State regime media, which calls itself Fox News, was having a nervous breakdown on live TV, collapsing on air after Donald Trump's disastrous speech, which was criticized by both the left and the right and the center, a bipartisan reaction to Donald Trump's terrible speech, but not on state regime media, where they said, wow, what a difference. This is an incredible speech. I want you to watch as these sycophants, as these people who are more pathetic than the propagandists from North Korea or Russia or wherever else they do state regime propaganda, Baghdad Bob from back in the day. Watch what they do. First, I'll show you Hannity and this other guy. Watch this right here. Here, play this clip.
Wow, what a difference a year makes. Mr. Travis, I got to tell you, I don't think Joe Biden would be capable of that speech. Your thoughts?
Well, it was after his bedtime, so 100% he wouldn't have been capable of this speech.
Then next they bring on this guest, Lee, and here's what she has. Here's what she has to say. Let's play this clip.
I think we all know to be true that if Donald Trump spent that entire address to the nation listing out all the childhood cancer that he's cured or anything of the sort, anything that's good and kind, the Democrats would still find a way to attack him and make him sound like a crazy man. I just watched that speech. Donald Trump was so kind. He was so calm. I think that was one of the most powerful and just engaging speeches that he's given in a very long time. And he wasn't trying to shout his accomplishment at Americans. He was trying to remind Americans about the truth of the economy, because we've seen a concerted effort by the mainstream media to lie.
Oh, and then you have Lindsey Graham saying, Mr. President, you didn't just say the best is yet to come. What we saw there was one of the most incredible speeches ever. It was like literally the worst, weirdest. It seemed like Adderall-ridden, cognitively declining, bizarro world. But this is what they say on state regime media. It's a cult, y'all. Here, play this clip.
So the trend lines are real. Mr. President, you just did not say the best is yet to come. You proved to the American people that when it comes to their prosperity and security, by this time next year, you will see a major difference.
When these tax cuts...
Then they bring on Newt Gingrich, get his perspective of things, and he's like, what this speech showed was discipline. He was prepared. He was organized. If I were a Democrat, I'd be very nervous. I'd be very nervous right now. By the way, I'll play you a clip in a second, but this is why you can't speak logically to these people. Seriously. I mean, these people have bad intentions. They are delusional. They are filled with hate, and they say things like this. Here, play this clip.
And I believe President Trump showed tonight that he's prepared to focus, to be disciplined, to communicate. And if I were a Democrat, tonight would leave me very unnerved.
I'm laughing, but it is deeply serious because they're out there trying to push this message on some people who still buy it. I mean, Donald Trump's approval right now is like the worst in presidential history. He's underwater in every single category, but there's still lots of people who look at that and are like, oh, that makes sense to me, which is so freaking odd to me. But in any event, the majority of Americans are waking up. The majority of Americans have already woken up. And let me show you this next clip right here of Gingrich. Before doing so, just a reminder, please hit subscribe to the MeidasTouch YouTube channel. As you know, state regime media, which calls itself Fox, is constantly attacking us. They show our clips as well, and they attack us. So let's just stand up to them, please, and make sure you're subscribed. We got to keep being bigger and getting more views and engagement than them. Newt Gingrich over here says, that was 19 minutes of discipline. Here, play this clip.
I see so many good things, but I'll tell you, we've known each other a long time. To watch President Trump give a 19-minute disciplined speech that covered that many facts was worthy of Ronald Reagan. That was a good speech. It was an important speech. Someday people will say it was one of the most important speeches of his career because it set the table for the entire debate over the next year and laid out what Biden did to make the country a disaster, what Trump has already done, and where we are going in general, and why that's the right direction. I think it's a very, very important speech.
More for Gingrich right here. Let's play it.
I'll tell you, I would not want to be in the position of the shoes of Democrats. They have to hope that the president's policies fail, that the economy doesn't recover, that somehow, his border policies and his peace policies are not successful. I don't think that's a good position to be in.
Okay, and then moving topics, you have Laura Ingraham try to justify why the Deputy FBI Director, Dan Bongino, announced that he's quitting the FBI after being the Deputy FBI Director, why he's quitting 24 to 48 hours before the Epstein files are set to be released based on the Epstein Transparency Act that was signed into law, where we know Donald Trump's going to obstruct. And here's what Laura Ingraham says about why Deputy FBI Director Dan Bongino is leaving. Here, play this clip.
And the first big departure from the administration was announced late today. After only 9 months on the job, FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino is stepping aside. Now, this is not surprising. He loved his lucrative media life and he wants to get back to it. But first, clueless in Providence.
Life's been a little crazy lately, and the one thing that helps me unwind, Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies. Personally, CBD has helped me relax and help me unwind. Like I said, things have been a little crazy lately, and I'm really grateful for Cornbread Hemp and their CBD gummies. Cornbread Hemp's CBD gummies are made to help you feel better, whether it's stress, discomfort, or just needing a little relaxation. They only use the best part of the hemp plant, the flower, for the purest and most potent CBD. All products are third-party, lab-tested, and USDA organic to ensure safety and purity. Right now, Meidas listeners can take advantage of Holiday BOGO savings and enjoy free shipping on orders over $45. Head to cornbreadhemp.com/Meidas and use code Meidas at checkout. That's cornbreadhemp.com/Meidas, code Meidas. Cornbread Hemp. This is the good life.
And then you've got Jim Jordan, who is asked about special counsel Jack Smith's testimony. And notice that Jim Jordan right here doesn't have a lot to say other than that Jack Smith did not invoke his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Let me play you this clip and let me tell you what went down. Here, play this clip.
So I can't get into the details of Mr. Smith's testimony, but I will tell you he did not take the Fifth like his deputies did. We have deposed 3 of his deputies. They took the Fifth, a couple of them took the Fifth multiple times, 70 and 71 times respectively. One of them we referred to the Justice Department because we believe he was truly obstructing our investigation. We don't do many of these referrals. The facts have to be there, and we did for Mr. Wyndham, one of his deputies. So I think we got some important information today.
Right. Do you notice that after Jim Jordan was out there attacking Jack Smith every single day on state regime media and all the other regime media outlets? By the way, Jack Smith was like, can I testify publicly? I would like to testify publicly in the House and the Senate. Let's do it before all of the American people. I want to do this in public. And then Jim Jordan, tough guy, Jim Jordan was like, no, we've got to do it in private. And from all we've heard, we did a video about it earlier, Jack Smith just utterly exposed Donald Trump's crimes, the theft of these classified documents, the crimes related to the January 6th insurrection. But this is precisely why MAGA wanted to keep it secret, right? Like, oh, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that anymore. They are so pathetic. If you're a tough guy, Jim Jordan, if you're a tough guy, James Comer, if you're a tough guy, MAGAs, tough gals, MAGAs, why wouldn't you have Jack Smith just testify in public? If you claimed he lied, go after him. That's what Jack Smith said. Anyway, so now Fox has to distract. And so they have Kayleigh McEnany talking about the things that I know. It's on everybody's mind right now. Everybody's wondering, Kayleigh, did you ever use a dating app? Here, play this clip.
Did you ever online date?
One time.
Did you?
And I met my husband on Twitter. Yeah.
Well, that's different than a dating app. But what do you
No, but
think
I
about
did do a
this? Yeah.
dating app for a short period of time in New York City. It was a disaster. Nevertheless.
And then just think about this. With Providence, Rhode Island reeling right now after a horrific school shooting where Donald Trump spread disinformation about the suspect being in custody, after the FBI, the now completely dysfunctional and broken FBI, where you have the deputy FBI director resigning, by the way, as well, while they were kicking through the snow and they were providing Mayor Smiley of Providence with incorrect data, incorrect videos, incorrect surveillance of the shooter, and they brought the wrong suspect into custody based on bad information from the FBI. So now state regime media has to attack, Providence, attack the city, attack the university, attack the mayor. So Jesse Waters, I mean, who would have thought that there would be a world where a regime media exists that attacks the school and the mayor in the aftermath of a shooting that the FBI has botched and blames it and casts blame on the university and the mayor? Watch what Jesse Waters says here. Play this clip.
The FBI doesn't have jurisdiction over this case. When the locals ask for help, they'll help, but the locals are running this investigation.
The FBI has no jurisdiction. No jurisdiction. Then he goes, just think about the lack of accountability. You're the damn FBI. If you claim you don't have jurisdiction, make jurisdiction. That's the thing with these weak, pathetic individuals, right? It's like FEMA now. We don't have jurisdiction. It's a state issue. You're FEMA. What do you think your job is? It's a lack of accountability, a lack of care, a lack of adulthood amongst these MAGAs. Jesse Waters then says, I don't trust this guy, Smiley one bit. Play this clip.
We still don't know anything about the suspect. They put out something yesterday asking eyewitnesses to contact them if they saw anything. Now, if you control a crime scene, you immediately bring in everybody that was in the auditorium and you ask them questions and interrogate them. And that's how you control the information. Brown had no control over this. The cameras, we still don't know anything. All the video we've seen so far have been from Ring cameras, from residential neighborhoods. I don't trust this guy, Smiley. He seems to be covering something up. The entire leadership team is a joke. Hopefully the FBI can come in and make some real progress.
They are gathered.
And then he attacks Mayor Smiley for walking in a gay parade. He's like, this guy walked in a gay parade. Okay. Everything has to be revolving around attacking like gay people or trans people or immigrants. It's just so pathetic. Grow the hell up, will you? And deal with the problems the American people are actually grappling with right now. Affordability. Americans can't afford things. Americans can't afford rent. Americans are psychologically tortured living paycheck to paycheck. If they're lucky enough to get a paycheck right now, you're ripping away healthcare from over 20 million Americans. And you're attacking gay rights parade. What are you doing? Anyway, play this clip.
The best video we have of this guy is a Ring camera shot where you can't see his face. But Mayor Smiley says he just wants to go to bed.
Everyone you see behind us, we've all been working for now 49 hours. We're tired.
Tired? 2 students are dead, 9 in the hospital. And you have no clue what happened. Smiley wasn't tired when he was marching for gay pride or fighting Trump.
I guess at least on this segment, though, of Fox, they do admit that at the end of the day, there's a lot of job losses under the Trump regime. In fact, 54% more job losses this year than under former President Biden. Unemployment's ticked up to 4.6%. It's a disaster under the Trump regime. Here, play this clip.
Things. We had a government shutdown. We had the Doge. So the numbers are distorted because of that. But at the end of the day, we need to create more jobs, and we're not. The industries that are creating jobs, like healthcare, are actually creating lower paying jobs because they can't sort of find doctors overnight. They can't find skilled nurses overnight. And they're sort of flooding the system with sort of lesser skilled helpers. And those are lower wages. So I think there's a lot of cracks in the labor market.
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching. Hey Midas Mighty, it's Ben, Brett, and Jordy, and we just want to thank you for being the backbone of this movement.
This year tested us more than ever, but together we proved that pro-democracy voices don't just compete, we win.
We took on the entire MAGA machine, won a Webby for Podcast of the Year,
the MeidasTouch podcast,
and you were with us every step of the way.
And trust us, what we're working on next is bigger, bolder, and built for 2026.
Let's keep this momentum going, spread the word, we are just getting started.
Shout out to the Midas Mighty!